All right. Welcome. As we currently are down beneath Sionis. Oh, the city upon the shore, deep within the bay at which the forces of Vasselheim had long ago put their forces here in order to ideally, in their minds, it seems, avoid some type of cataclysm, for they feared that the continued power given to the elemental and animal like spirits might empower and upset the balance of Exandria. It could be the cause of issues upon other lands. And so an effort was made to begin to try to teach the clans here in order to get them to grab their power and use it from somewhere else. In this strange thing, where they viewed these things as adversarial, our crew, our clan, has found themselves beneath Sionis in a place that seemed to be made by a spirit of nature, an animal spirit, and a god, specifically the moon rainbow Jagaraga and Isfashal. And these three seemed to have created this place. However, Nerith Duskmask has corrupted this, so it seems. And through their efforts, while chasing away the corruption, got their way all the way to her, who, in her quick act, did the final killing blow upon what was left of the powers here in order to power herself and change herself into a monstrosity, wolf-like, with the power of illusions themselves, drawing upon the three powers: the wolf, the glacier, and the moonweaver. So, with that, we are here as we are switching out some, and as our thing, we by default, everybody, all characters always around and going along with the party, doing all the same things, and therefore we're in the fight. So with that, we are starting with Layla. It is your turn.
All right. Well, supposedly there was supposed to be a moonbeam, but because he's not here, there's not a moonbeam. So I'm gonna make a moonbeam.
Yes.
And I'm gonna throw it at 5th level.
Ooh.
Because I got a 5th level slot. So when he enters spell area for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there.
Okay.
So gonna put it so that I'm not hitting friendlies.
Alright. The last one just hit your druid, they didn't care.
Well, yeah, well, it's a 5-foot radius. It shouldn't be that hard to not hit friendlies.
More of a
here.
trigger discipline issue, I think.
Challenge accepted.
Very good. Anything else?
So that was my action. I don't have a bonus action cantrip because those would be busted. Let's see here. What do I have? I don't have anything else for bonus action, so I guess I'll move closer. I'll try to get within. What's the range of the new favorite best spell here? 30 feet. I'll move within 30 feet.
Okay.
Whee!
Very good. All right. Taking one of its epic actions, it will go ahead and it gets to move up to 40 here.
Where'd you wanna go?
Does the moonbeam hurt it since? No,
It's not starting its turn.
No, it's not starting its turn.
No.
Oh.
So to be totally how it works is it starts its turn on initiative 20. And normally that's the only time it can move. However, it has an ability. It gets per round where it can move using that ability.
Everyone sit with me.
If it's just revealing the mechanics.
Where's it wanna go?
So It would like to go. So it wants to run by people. It does not provoke opportunity attacks, and it gets a free swipe against anyone it runs near.
And it's like 80 feet or something. No, it's like 90.
Yeah, it's like 90 feet of movement. It'll hit all of us, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yep. It's gonna go like this. Wee! Boop. And where would it wind up?
Ideally wants to still wind up where it can try to guard some of these other artifacts.
Oh, okay. Then it's gonna do it a different way. My bad. It's gonna go like this. Wee! Boom.
Okay. Awesome. So we will process these. I'm going to do in the order in which I see the names, so it's a little easier. Actually, and as it gets to... No, that's not true. Okay, so we'll do it like this. So, starting with Layla, we have... here we go. Sorry, 28 to hit.
Damn it. Yeah, that hits.
Okay, and I need a strength save.
Okay. Oh, it's an actual 20. 22.
Very good. This is 9 slashing. And then 2. There we go. To Azariah. A 28 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
All right. I need a strength save.
19 for that one, I think.
19, that'd be good. It's 9 slashing. And then Barinia. That is 28 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Then the strength save.
You got it. That's trash. It's going to be 3.
Okay. Actually, you're just still prone.
I'm
My
already
bad.
prone.
10. Yep.
10.
That is 10 slashing.
Got it.
And then we go to Nala for dirty 20.
Yep.
All right. Strength save.
25.
Very good. And then 7 slashing. And Garrus for 26 to hit.
Oh yeah,
Strength save.
I'm already prone, but
Okay, never mind then. 12 slashing. All right, so running by, getting a slash, neck, back, throat, just going to town. Ends its turn. Well, not its turn, but the action. Azariah.
Okay. Looking at this thing and trying to maybe combat some of its blurring abilities or things that make it hard and illusions that it seems to be presenting us. I am going to cast some lights that come out as some crimson darts shoot out to attack it.
Nice.
And I am just going to do that here. What I think it's 2 more, right? Yeah. How does it start with? How many? There. Okay, 5. All right, there. I don't know how to count. How do these work? Ah! Hold on, it fell. Ugh. Okay, that's 3, 15, so 20 force damage there. As 5 darts ring out.
Nice. Bursting in its chest. Anything else?
And then I will. Oh no, Brynja has my rune, so I will just stand by.
Got it. So. And then, is that Garrus down there?
mm-hmm.
By it? Perfect. So, that.
You still have a blood whip too.
And
Mhm.
it's raises its hand now, and the shadows that are around begin to coalesce into what appears to be a large sword.
Okay.
And now we'll
Wonderful.
strike down. And that is a 28 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
That's going to be 22 slashing damage.
I'm gonna uncanny dodge,
Yeah.
so I'll take 11.
Good.
I roll out of the way on the ground, and he still slashes into my shoulder.
Yeah. Love it. And then what's that? Yeah. We're gonna hold. Actually gonna, I think, move over to Brynja.
Because of course.
And then Brynja, it is your turn.
Right. How close? Is it melee distance? Not quite.
It'll go within 5 feet of you.
All right. So if I'm casting counterspell from prone, casting doesn't raise an up attack. Only moving does, right?
Correct.
So
Let me dispel magic.
Yeah, just the dispel magic. Let's do the dispel on.
I've been whipping at the altar.
Has it made a difference yet?
Yeah, it's been cracking.
Okay. All right. I will dispel the idol directly in front of me.
The fountain.
All right. Give me that wisdom.
Hang on 2 seconds. All right, D20 plus 9.
Plus 9.
Plus
Is it
5.
not? Oh, is it plus 5?
Yeah, it's just your wisdom score.
Yeah, not your spell attack.
Yep, there we go. That's a 17.
All right.
Double spell over.
Yeah. Put it out. The power around it begins to crack as it loses its shine.
Sweet.
It's not broken though yet, right?
Oh no, it's gone.
Oh. Altar's gone. Oh, I can't sit up.
Let's see, and I have no reasonable bonus action choices, so that be that.
All right. With that.
Wrong one, art department.
Yeah.
God damn it, I know. Thank you. I'm not tired.
Okay. With that, you can see that the regenerating of its wound seems to have begun to slow.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
So hang on, do we still have the rule in place where you can bonus action quaff a healing spell and roll it instead of taking the full thing?
Yes.
Or, yeah, healing potion? Alright, in that case, I'm gonna burn. Doom, 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 doom. Potion of Greater Healing, 44 plus 4.
Perfect.
So that's going to be 10 plus 4 for 14, up 14, and I'm done.
All right. It will strike it down with the sword for 20 to hit.
Owie.
For
Definitely
Brynja.
hits. Definitely hits. I am a soft and squishy target.
That is 14 slashing damage.
The irony.
The irony blood as it oozes past your teeth.
I mean, I'm sure it's half healing potion.
Yeah. Then Noah.
Is Draugr in here with us? The body?
No. That
No.
You guys left that behind. There was no
Okay.
body anyway. He vanished.
It was a spirit.
Okay, so and this is the thing that killed the spirit.
More or less, yeah.
Admitted to draining Draugr power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Drova ultimately sacrificed itself to let you guys move forward.
All right, so Nala's face, the left side of it glows blue with the mark of Draugr,
Oh no!
and she is going to rage.
Yes, she is.
Yes.
Oh, mama.
All right. That where's the closest of these stone things? That one. All right.
Yeah, I highlighted them for you guys last time.
Okay. I'm gonna
Do you
go up
wanna
to
get-
that one.
10 feet, because isn't your range?
Oh, 15 feet actually. I
Okay.
only need to be 15 feet.
Then I'll put you there.
Nice.
All right. Okay, and I'm gonna try to swing down on it with everything. I might miss, but I don't even care. She's just angry. 19 to hit.
That will hit.
All right, so
Come here. Come here.
it's gonna do.
No, Mercedes.
That's 18 slashing and an additional 4 thunder damage. And she's going to raise up that sword and bring it down again. Or I'm sorry, the great axe. Ooh, nat 20.
There we go.
All right, let's go ahead and max critical this stone thing. All right, so first of all, that's going to be 25 slashing plus an additional 23 slashing plus an additional 6 thunder.
Okay. With that, it is sliced in two and crumbles.
And she just kind of she wants to move toward the next one.
No, they're all gone. You guys
Oh, they're all gone. Okay.
Yeah, the next one is her.
Is she within 15 feet of me?
You did 5'10". What's your speed?
Actually, just get me up close to her. I don't even care. Yeah, I just want to be right up on her nose,
Okay.
and that'll be where I end my turn.
Yeah, you have enough
Ooh.
movement.
Are you gonna kiss it? Kiss the nose.
I'm just gonna scowl at her.
I think you go kiss it with a weapon. Come over here. Mercedes. Mercedes. Come here. Look.
Perfect.
Come
All
here.
right. With that,
Mercedes, come here. Come here. There. Mercedes, come here.
you see they scream, and it seems that it still has a full like hair and all these things, but the claws seem to retract a bit as they now are it's almost as if the forms aren't melding as they should. In addition, the shadows around them begin to flee from their shape. And then with that, they'll go ahead and strike Brynja. For 28.
Hits.
That is 19 slashing damage.
19 slash. Got it.
Then Garrus.
Garrus pops up to his feet, stands up, and will lash out from behind Nala and lash out with the blood whip and try and land a crit.
Very good.
17 to hit.
That hits.
Not a crit, but all right. So that's 1d12 plus 5. Not.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's 14 damage plus my sneak attack. Which is another 16 damage. Then I
Nice.
get a second lash with that. Oh, there's a nat 20. I should have waited on the sneak attack. But
I had a feeling. I was like, oh,
yeah. Alright.
Gamble
there's a
it.
nat 20,
Could have been double nat ones too. It's a risk.
so
That's
that's
true, that's true.
4d12 plus 5. Or no, 2d12. What am I doing?
Yeah, 2d12.
Oh, double 11s for 27 damage.
Nice. And they are bloodied.
And I am going to back up 10 feet.
It's my favorite words.
Yes.
Ah,
All right.
I think that'll do it.
Then, do you have mobile or anything? Would they get up on you?
Do they have?
He was
no,
he had
Oh,
the
you were
last-
10 to begin with. That's
Yeah.
right. Sorry
I
about
was
that.
I was 10 to begin with.
I'm with it now.
I could
All right.
always bonus action disengage too.
Okay.
All right, I'm good.
Back down. Let's see here. Yeah, they're going to focus. They're going to get Brynja here.
Not a chance in hell.
That's 18,
We'll hit. Squeezing target.
which will be 11.
And I'm done.
All right. Kind of breathe, looking for who they need to go to next, which will go to Layla.
You mean it's Layla's turn? Or
Yes,
the monster's gonna do
Layla's
it?
turn.
I was real-
Okay. I was like, wait, my turn or my turn to get hit?
All good.
All right. I will. You know what? Yeah. I'll go with a second level cure. I'll run up and give a second level cure wounds to Brynja.
Nice.
Which is 2d8 or 3? Because I think I have sent you one.
If it's the second level, it's 2.
Okay. 9 plus 5, 14.
Sweet. 14 and back up.
Yep. And then still don't have a useful. Wait, Moonbeam bonus action move.
Okay.
Oh, it's an action to move it. Never mind. Moonbeam's just chilling where it is then.
You got it. All right.
Yeah, I don't have a bonus action then.
That's okay, because it's going to use its thing to do its speed around at 90. So it doesn't provoke ops to its circle, and it wants to end pretty much. So that's Azariah in the back.
Hi.
They're going to
That's
get
me.
to Azariah by going past everybody.
Let's see, where are my glasses? Why don't I see
So
my sanity? Okay.
we'll do the attacks here.
They'll have advantage against me because I did reckless.
So starting
Yep.
with Layla, that's a 26 to hit
That will hit.
for
Strength
14. No strength save on this one.
We took away its claws.
Yeah.
But if it had, I could have failed it, and then I could have made it have to make the save at disadvantage.
Yeah, because it's just using its sword that it's summoned. Then we go to Azariah, even though it's technically last. It's more helpful. And 17.
Oh, that misses. I put up my runic shield and block it.
Nice. Then to Brynja, that is a 27 to hit
Yup.
for 12.
Well,
He's
got it.
still up.
Really up somehow.
Then to Nala for a nat 20.
Awesome.
That will be 34 slashing.
Have.
Halved because you're raising. And then Garrus is 24 to hit
Yep.
for 14. And then Azariah.
Seeing this creature not feeling so great, a smile comes across my face, and I gather energy, getting deep into my sanguine force, and crimson blood, liquid, should I say, comes out from the gem, and as it comes and envelops my head, it concentrates on my eyes, and they seem to just bleed this crimson ichor, and I will cast Sense Lifeblood, and I will dive into my pool there, and I can sense lifeblood flowing within creatures that I can see for the duration of the spell, and I can sense how 2 or more creatures I see it are related biologically. In addition, I know whether the creature's current health points are equal to or below half their maximum, and when I deal damage to such a creature, I roll 2 additional bonus die, and I roll the dice to determine the bonus damage are the same as the one I expanded to cast the spell. So then, as my bonus action, I do that, and as my action, with it right to my face, I will hurl 2 Crimson Eldritch Blasts at it, trying to maximize my damage, smelling blood in the air.
Nice.
If it is under that
It is
50,
under
which I put. So, all right. I will use my feature. What is it? Marked for magic to cast this first Eldritch Blast at advantage, which I needed it for sure. The first one's a dirty 20.
Nice.
The second one is 18.
That hits.
All right, so that will be rolling. Oh, good die. All right, so it's going to be 7 plus. Oh wow, that was a roll. Wow, I rolled a 7 and then 2 1s for the extra damage for 9, and then for the second one. All right. Okay, so 17 for the second Eldritch Blast.
There we go. Right, burst against their chest is pointing. You idiots! Did you destroy the power?
I'm gonna learn something after you're done. I just need to get into your mind.
Okay. And they're swinging the sword for a dirty 20.
Shield.
You got it. Puts up on the blood shield. Stay there, and we'll do Brynja.
Sweet. You guys have seen this trick before. Brynja's backup battery. Bonus action, combat wild shape. I'm going for Big Kitty, so Spotted Lion for stats. And then main action, let's take a run at the big bugger from across the way. Oh, do I need to waste? Do I need to spend half my
Movement getting up?
to get up? Yep. But it's the cat's movement, not mine, which is bad. Because its movement or speed is 60, so I can
Yeah,
burn 30
you should
on
be
that.
able to get up and then turn into the wild shape and use that movement.
The opposite. Wild shape first, because you get more speed off the wild shape. Actually, 6 of one, half dozen the other. That's pretty close. Let's go ahead and go Kitty up, and then 30 feet of movement in the direction of the big scary wolf critter. And see if I can attack in the same round. Shall I roll the attack?
Yeah, they get there, right? Archbar?
Should be 30 to get there.
Well, I was getting a spotted cheetah because I can't find my lion box right now.
That's fine.
Fourth question.
Any
What was
30
the-
feet of movement. Get us there.
$45 feet.
45 feet. Give me the first 20. Because I want to be able to use the other 20 to do a possible takedown.
Yep.
And then can't cast in this form, so any other decent actions? I'm gonna stay put.
You
Go
can
ahead.
move your moonbeam.
Not my moonbeam.
Oh, your moonbeam's gone because you
Not
blended
my
cut.
moonbeam.
It was Layla's.
Oh, duh.
Layla.
All right. In that case, you see them concentrate, and large, what looks like spirit wolves with spiked collars that point inward begin to form around her, around 15 feet.
Oh no!
Just cast spiritual weapon.
Not spirit guardians.
Spirit guardians. Then we'll go to Nala.
It's
All right. Okay. Azariah, do you want to get out of that?
fuck no. I'm good, brother.
You want to take it? Okay, I can get you out. But okay, if you want it, I'll leave you be. So I'm going to charge in there, into the fray.
All right.
Crazy spirits.
Azariah lives for the moments when blood are spilled,
Hey,
whether
it's your call.
opponent. That's why he dimension doored to a dragon that was fleeing by himself. He's a little crazy when blood is spilled.
So, I get, so we need a wisdom save.
All
Yep.
right. And before I do that, actually, let me ask this. How big are their spirit guardians? Because I can't remember what rule set we're using, and I always forget what the range is because I go back and forth now.
They go out 15 feet.
15 feet, so I can't even reach in. Is that right? I have a 15-foot reach.
Yeah, if you reach in, they do affect you.
That's what I thought. Okay.
I rolled a
so yeah.
17.
I'm okay. I'm gonna roll my wisdom.
Yeah.
It's gonna be bad.
It wouldn't be affecting you yet, Azariah, because we're still on 2014
yeah, I
rules
was
here.
just trying to figure out what
Oh,
you're doing. That's why I offered to get you out of there. So
No, that's
14.
good. I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, so that will fail, and this will be
Mercedes, get down.
23 necrotic damage.
Okay. All right. Okay. So now that I'm in there, I'm going to go ahead and start some attacks. Let's see what happens. Rolling once. 23 to hit.
That hits.
Actually, that was a 19 on the dice. That's a crit for me. I just remembered because we're using the.
5.
Yep, that's a special feature I have. Okay, so I'm gonna max critical you. All right. Okay, so that'll be okay. 52 slashing and 6 thunder.
Nice.
Damn.
And now I'm going to try to attack again. Ooh, not as good. That's a 12.
Yeah,
But-
that one there would have catch.
Great weapon master means I get to roll again because I critted.
Very nice.
All right. This one is not very great. That's a 9.
Oh,
Oh,
blocks it off with their sword.
Yeah.
They're parrying. Ching, ching.
All right. So that did not go well, but that's that. I don't have any movement to get out of that, so I'm gonna stay right there.
All right, Garrus, on your turn, as you're pulling yourself up here, with this passive 20 perception, you do see what appears to be a ceremonial knife for the Moonweaver made entirely out of silver.
Where do I see this?
Is on the ground, like, is it because you destroyed all these artifacts?
Oh,
It's
nice.
in the rubble, kind of just peeking out enough to where you just see
Oh.
the symbol of the Moonweaver.
okay.
You see this as you
For my free object interaction, can I pick that up?
yeah. I go. It seems to glow slightly with the moonlight.
Oh yeah. All right. I'm gonna turn around and leap on this werewolf's back and stab it in the back with the dagger.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's just a standard dagger, or does it have any bonus to hit? Because I have a normal dagger.
It would be an extra +1.
All right. I'll just add 1 to this. Does an 18 hit?
That does.
Okay. What do I need to roll for damage?
It'd be standard dagger.
Standard dagger damage. Plus my sneak attack. Oh, that was piddly sneak attack. That was 19.
Okay, so 19 damage. Very good. As that pierces in and it cries out as it burns as it comes into contact with them.
And don't forget the spiritual guardians.
Yes.
Oh,
so
yeah.
That would be a wisdom save.
I did forget it. And that's an 8. And I'm probably going to go down.
Yeah, but I like this that you do at the same time.
Yeah.
Ah! Let's see what it gets it.
yeah.
25.
Oh, yeah, I'm down. I stab him in the back and it shreds me to pieces. That works. Epic enough.
That was pretty epic.
Yeah, love that fire department. Layla.
All right. Another person's down. That's wonderful.
Do the thing, cleric.
Yeah. I'll go with another second level cure wounds.
You also got a spirit guardians to contest when you get there.
He should be able to move. Well, no, you're entering them, so I guess it does. It'll hit you.
Yeah. So that would be a wisdom save there, cleric.
Oh no, a wisdom save. Oh fuck. 17.
Unfortunately, that does not make it. I'm
Okay.
going to keep sweating for 25 necrotic.
Well, then I'm going to use my reaction
Okay.
and a 3rd level spell slot. I'm going to succeed on the save,
That's right.
and it can make a wisdom save at disadvantage.
That's right.
Yeah.
At disadvantage, it succeeds with a 22.
Nice.
Whatever. We're still getting it.
That was
So
good.
as I enter, whatever his spirit guardians are come at me, and kind of just instinctively, I just temporarily throw up some constellations that kind of direct some of them back at him.
Nice.
Oh, did Nerith
yes.
make a concentration check after I stabbed him in the back?
They don't require it for this.
Oh, darn.
Oh, that reminds me, I need to make a couple of those.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good. Alright, how much damage do I take from Spirit Guardians?
Oh, because you saved 12.
12? Okay. And then 2d8 of healing. Let's see, 10, 15.
Nice.
And then,
Time for Pinball Rogue.
yeah, and I'm gonna just. I'm gonna back out of the Spirit Guardians, but that'll be it.
Got it.
You notice you totally do, like, even though you like went down, you still have the lash in your hands, as if like till death we're bounded until.
Okay.
Actually, do I have enough movement to drag him out of the Spirit Guardians with me?
How much movement did you have?
I've got a total of 30.
No. You've enough to get your ass out.
Do I have enough to get him out, but not me?
Yeah.
I can get him out. So if that's the
Okay.
problem.
Oh,
I'll
Well,
get
it's
him
more
out.
just if I remember, Spirit Guardian sits at the start of a turn,
Correct.
right?
Yeah, but I go before him.
And my
Okay.
my turn was right before yours.
Yeah, it's
It's getting hard to figure out whose turn is who because of all the epic moves.
Yeah.
at
So
the end of the turn.
so
Yeah.
so for simple, what does Layla want to do? Just do the thing.
I'll push him out, and I guess I'll stay in.
Perfect. There we go. Just to do it. All right. Now it gets to do its run around the room. And this is where we're really glad we're not in 2024 rules with the Spirit
Yeah.
Guardians.
Oh my
Because
god.
it would hurt so much more
Oh my
right
God.
now.
Does it travel with?
Well,
Yeah.
all of them always travel with, but in the 2024 rules, it's whenever it enters a creature space.
Okay. Okay.
So if
yeah.
you run around with it, you can get everybody in a room.
Okay.
Hey, guys, give me a second. I'm gonna let the dog out.
So,
Mercedes, you gotta go potty.
all right. So it's never going to be able to get everybody. It's normal. So we'll. Okay. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to roll this damage, the non-crit damage, so we can do it a little quicker. So here we go. That is a 28 to hit for Layla for 12 slashing.
Okay.
Then Azariah, that's a 22 to hit.
That misses because I still have shield up.
Perfect. Then Brenya, so 27.
Big Kitty is damaged.
All right, yep, 12.
All right.
Then Nala,
Advantage.
28 to hit.
Did you roll advantage?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that hits.
It's 11 damage, or 12 rather.
Wait,
And
12
then
what?
slashing.
So 6.
Yep. Then a 19 for Garrus.
Yeah, that hits.
Another 12.
And I'll uncanny dodge that.
Very good. Okay. So. All right, art department.
What?
So they did their movement. They're gonna pick the most advantageous spot.
Right by the rogue.
Yeah, probably. And enough, especially because they've got that 15 feet damaging aura they want to make the most use of.
Yeah. I knew it.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that's everyone but are hiding behind a pillar.
Yeah. Well, we would have gotten everybody, so we're good.
No, I'm saying
Oh, you mean for the thing?
for Spirit Guardians.
Yeah.
Everyone but
Oh, perfect.
Yes, Azariah, it doesn't affect you, this one.
Is it my turn or is it?
It is
someone's
your
turn?
turn.
I walk towards it just outside of Spirit Guardians and the crimson waterfall cascading from my eyes. Looks deeply into it. And 6 crimson darts glow
Oof,
with
yeah.
surrounded by blood and go out to into the cores of this being for 98 damage.
How do you want to kill it?
Jesus Christ.
So as each of these darts go through, the blood seems to stay and taint throughout as you see its veins turn black and its face begins to look at in horror as it knows that it will not be able to complete anything. And maybe it saw the gods that it once went against. So that's how that went.
Okay. That they scream as the form from them almost separates, and you see teeth grow back out of the mouth as the torso like bends off of the lower half, and you see Nerith bloodied as the jaws move and rip her head off.
Damn.
And as it does that, the head of the wolf head itself becomes severed at the exact same point. That both heads roll.
Oh, I grab both. Look, you guys, I got a 2-for-1.
And with that, everything is dripping and just mildly spooky once more.
Yeah, I mean, I grabbed 2 heads. I'm getting to work. I'm starting to take brain bits so that I can perform my spells that I need to gain more knowledge. This is why Azariah is here.
What other types of stuff is in this room? Like, is it just a bunch of rocks and...
I want to look at this dagger that I got.
Yeah, was in here was an altar and thing that you've all smashed, destroyed. The things that are important in here are wrecked and scattered about the room.
Okay. So yeah, I think Nala will spend her remaining rage just like destroying those things even more, making them smaller and smaller as her face glows more.
Yeah. Let's see. So you ought to obliterate what is left of the relics of Dragarvagar, chain it to dust, as well as the other beings. And as Raya begins their ritual here.
I have it prepared. I just need to grab me some brain bits. So I'm over here doing some scaffolding, open up skulls, doing that.
Azariah hears in his head, no matter how many times I see this, it's always disgusting.
No one said you had to watch.
No, the problem is the smell. I'm a cat right now. I can smell it. I can't close my eyes to smells.
I thought everything tastes different and better when you were a different form, telling me that cats don't like brains.
No, it's an unnatural creature. It just smells awful. I'll be over here in the corner.
I actually go over to Garrison there, like looking at their dagger. What'd you find there, Garrus? Let me tell you, you use that lash quite finely, even from your back.
It was I like the range on that was quite handy. But found this dagger. It seemed to be in some of the rubble from one of the relics that we broke. It was just laying there. I think it might be magical.
That's quite fortuitous. Maybe Layla or Brynja can make sure that it is and what type, but I think if you just spend some time with it, you'll learn exactly what it will do for you.
Oh, yes, I'm sure. If I fiddle with it long enough, I'll figure it out.
Famous last words you hear in your head, Garrus. Well, by the way, when Brynja's speaking directly into someone's head, she doesn't have an accent at all. She sounds kind of like your voice, like just sort of matches whatever your normal thought pattern is. So it's a little bit disconcerting to hear her not have the heavy accent. If you really want someone to detect magic on it or do a little research, I can. I just need to make sure that we're not being attacked again, because if I leave this form, I'm very vulnerable.
Let's look around a little bit and make sure everything's safe. Has it gotten quiet now? I mean,
Yeah, does she have anything on her body at all besides, well, I'm interested in her brain, but I'm sure people would like to maybe look and see what she had on her.
and what happens to her body? Does she change back?
No, it seemed like 2 separate forms, right?
So what it looks like at this point is it's just the wolf-like body, but it's the
Okay.
2 heads that are left.
Got you. Now, I do have sense lifeblood up. Can I tell how these two things or beings relate biologically, if at all?
Yeah, the wolf and the head here are not related.
Oh, well, that's weird. I'll let everyone know that. I guess I'll share that information, even though I like kind of scoff and like look kind of dumbfounded.
Who was that?
Well, I don't know. I don't think it was Dragavog or anything, but she surely used something for an anchor, maybe somebody. Oh, and also, Matt, I don't know if we destroyed them all in the fight, but I remember you saying that there were rune skins about. Are there any left anywhere? Because she was like, seemed to be the one creating these and stealing them.
Right. So looking about the rune skins, there are 2 that seem to be in working order. The others look like they were marred and used to suffuse this kind of stealing magic ritual she was doing to herself. And you can see where a spell to create illusions so that attacks miss.
Okay.
And some of the effects, even essentially the spell haste was absorbed.
Oh. Okay. Can I take those 2 and to look into further and maybe copy? I think if we get out of this place, we should check the totem of Dragavaga when we get back.
Was there nothing left?
There is a statue that's still there. The runes are a little bit faint, but it stands.
I thought this was my destiny. With the blue wolf. I thought I was connecting the same way some of you connected.
Well, I don't think that it's just gone forever. I do think that it needs to gather its strength for sure. And that's why I suggest we go to the totem.
I remember it.
When we went, we could tell something was wrong with it before. Maybe it's a lot better now.
Yes.
Brittany finally drops her form and walks over to Nala directly and puts a hand on Nala and says, "The funny thing about these supernatural creatures, these non-permanent beings, is they have manifestations. They show up and they occupy a body for a while or have some force, but they're really incredibly difficult to get rid of. It's very, very difficult. So I think, to Az's point, and I think Azra is probably correct, we may have seen the death of a manifestation or the death of a representation, but not necessarily the whole thing. That is not uncommon in the spirit world.
If I remember right, when we spoke to the Blue Wolf, I spoke to them about they were looking for their mother, and now that we've encountered Drogavaga, we should probably try to reach out to them.
So you're talking about the one that you saw in the city?
The one that I pulled the arrows out of. That was the first we ever heard of Draugr, and that was the one who gave me the mark.
Right.
And they had said they had offered us the opportunity to go looking. I feel like they said their mother.
Yeah,
That's
they
what
named
they wrote
Draugr.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we weren't really sure if we could do it right then because we were kind of heading the opposite direction.
Yeah.
But since we've now encountered a spirit of Draugr, I feel like Nala would want to reach out to that blue wolf because she felt that connection and she's still kind of connected to it through the mark and everything.
Okay. Is there? So this temple, this area now seems to be cleansed. Moonlight kind of filters through. And besides the head, the body of this person kind of steams and kind of begins to dissolve, leaving just the heads as Azarai's doing their thing. So let's process. Azarai, what are you looking for? Process your brain ritual here.
Oh, I can't do that right now. I have 3 days to do it, so I'm just gathering the
Oh, I thought you were doing it
material
now from the way you were saying.
No. Sorry, I was just gathering the material for it because I can't do it now.
Okay, sorry about that.
If I can glean insight into what those rune skins actually do, I'll do that now. But I can't do that ritual now.
Right. So yeah, the one rune skin is polymorph. Ultimately. And then the other is pass without trace.
Interesting.
Are you saying that out loud or no?
Yeah, I'll let you guys know. It's not what
Polymorph.
usually a spell a wizard could get. What do you say?
Polymorph is a little distasteful. That tried to shapeshift the damn thing that wouldn't move. Something prevented it from being transformed into bunny. It was rather abrasive, difficult to watch. Normally that works.
Well, I do turn into a bat, but that's usually the extent. Maybe this could give me some further insight, but to pass within the shadows, that would be useful to have.
Agreed, especially because most of you make a lot of noise.
That is true. Oh, because this was like the door that was open that we saw by the light. If we go through the door, the way that this like demon that we had encountered before, is that like passage still open? I guess
This was all just the one way in.
Oh, it was the one way in. Okay.
Yeah, this was not like an extensive thing. You could see this seemed to be like a ritual people would go from. They'd kind of go through the pools and ultimately get back here and use the artifacts you've destroyed. Erect at this point, but this does do that. So now that you all have done this, you have access. Kind of the only ones who know. So someone could begin to bastion it.
Bastion this place?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. I don't think I've actually got a
This
bastion.
is a
So.
pretty cool little hideout.
Yeah, it's a little portal to somewhere.
Though,
Yeah.
if we can only come in and out at night, that does have its disadvantages.
Yeah,
I wonder if there's another exit.
Yeah, I mean that she did hint that there was other places like this. What if we could
Well,
gather them all up and connect them?
that'd be interesting.
I guess
Yeah.
that's
She did say there were other shrines like this.
she did, and maybe you all could help me decide what I'm going to ask and figure out from these brains. I can learn any one thing. And to my heart's desire. Its biggest secret, its first crush.
You mean like a skull or what?
No, just the brain material I gathered from the two heads.
No. I thought for a moment you were making a joke. I was mistaken.
No jokes about
First
eating
crush
brains,
skull.
Brynja.
First crush skull.
No, I got it.
I mean, if this is, I will ask question because I am not sure. Right? We have come across this one creature that was trying to take advantage or take over a union of the powers and balance. Right? The old gods, the new gods, and the elements or the elementals. I would be curious to know: is this the only creature like this? The only thing with such a desire, or are there more of them? If there are more temples like this, there may be more usurpers like this.
Of course, there's more people that want power, Brynja. Have you been around the block?
I try to avoid humans.
We notice, but I'm sure we need to find something really important. I was thinking maybe the secrets of how it even sucked the force from these beings, the gods and the primordials.
Well, don't we have a murder to report back that we've solved now?
I guess we can bring up some of these useless rune skins in her body and pin it on her for sure.
Wait, what do you mean pin it? Do we know this is the killer?
Yeah, they admitted it. Yeah,
Did
they
They
admitted
did.
that they killed her.
Mhm.
Which is kind of why we didn't take them up on their offer and decided to do that.
Yeah, we said kill two birds or one bird with one stone and
Kill
complete
one
the
big
mission,
hairy
and then
bird.
also learn how to get the stuff from, how
Yeah,
she
that's
did it.
fine.
Because she's
I've
gonna
been
share
gone
that.
2 weeks,
that
guys. I
knowledge.
don't remember.
No, you're good. You're good. I'm just because like her like bargaining chip for like us going to her side was like learning how to like see the energy and like power from these beings. And I was like, well, why don't we just kill you and like complete the mission
Well,
and
and
figure out both?
Nala was probably not okay with that.
Yeah,
all
we
discussed
don't
that.
have to. We don't need to know. I don't think knowing and using it are two different things. Nala doesn't like magic anyways. This is kind of a thing. Nala, it doesn't matter if it was like creating flowers. Nala is not a big fan of magic.
I can empathize.
And yet Nala has flowers growing out of her hair. If only we had powerful wizard to learn these things, Azariah. If only.
If you just give me a day, I didn't know we were going to find the suspect today.
Understood. I'm not pointing finger. If I had known we were going to be fighting this much, I would have been flaming kitty today. Poorly prepared.
I thought that we was going to drink more ale.
There is always tomorrow, and wine is an option too.
We could still go drink ale.
I like the way you're thinking, Garrus.
We don't know for sure we're going to be safe getting out of here. We're just hoping, right? Because
Let's see if we can go get paid. Let's see if we can go get a reward.
you are up to sticky fingers. This makes much more sense now.
It's
I
still
gotta find
nighttime.
some way to pay for the beer.
We'll pay for at least the round, but it is nighttime.
I forgot you all have to pay for the ale.
Sniff. All right.
We're not all the performer you are, Nala.
Is it worth one more look around this place, or do we think we've got it covered, people?
I think we do.
I've got a pretty keen keen eye, and dagger was about the only thing that I noticed in that room where we were fighting. If there was anything else, it must have been hidden pretty well. If we want to give it a once over, I'm all for it on the way out. But I'm pretty confident that we found everything.
Yeah, and it seems like we're going to go back to this place and use it as a bastion. So I'm sure we'll end up uncovering bricks, and if this is another place we'll use it as an extended base.
Can we spend a little bit of time looking around and seeing if there's any other exits from this place?
Yeah. You spend your time. This seems to be the only way. Well, so is there an exit? Yes. You just have no idea where you are. So you would come. You would find yourself. Actually, I'm sorry. So you come out. There is like this mini forest, and as you move, like kind of copse of wood. Sorry, and as you move out, you do find it. You find essentially walls, as if this is somewhere underground.
So we've got a forest and a copse of woods underground. Is there a clear ceiling? Is it a cavern?
Yeah. There's no exit from it.
The only exit seems to be the portal that we came in.
Yeah.
Right, like it's a secluded.
Yeah, and there you do see where you could stand. It's essentially another pool of water.
Could I try to examine it to see how it could be attuned to for the use with like a teleportation spell, or if I had a teleportation?
Yeah, give me an Arcana check.
Sure. Let me just roll this here. All right, I think that's going to be a 19.
All right, so looking at it carefully, it seems to function similar to the one that you came in with. It's meant to go off the reflection of the moon.
Gotcha. So that could be the real moon, or maybe a spell that could cast moonlight.
That's a good question. As far as being able to key to it, your guess would be something like an outright teleportation.
Okay.
Might be able to key to it correctly.
I got you.
Well, let's start by getting out of here while we can.
One last thing. I should say one last thing, just to be extra clear. Brynja looks around the copse of trees you've got here and says, nice and loud in Sylvan, anybody here?
Okay. So yell out in Sylvan. And then echoes. But there's no response.
Again in Sylvan, it was worth a try. That's all I needed to check. I just wanted to see if there was anything, living in the woods.
And so what do you want to do?
Can we leave
out of
through
here?
This portal?
I mean, you're standing in the water. What do you do?
We got to get in the moonlight, right? Find some moonlight, or
I look up and see, is there anything that looks like a moon?
No.
we can, or could we go? Is this near where the light with the statue were? Like, could we point them into that? Pool?
No, this is very far away from that.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Holy shit, are we stuck here? I don't like this. Anybody got a moon?
Not in my pocket, but I will check again.
What if
I can cast a moonbeam again.
what if we try throwing a coin in? That's what people do in fountains. By now, Garrus is like in the fountain, splashing around, hoping that, like jumping up and down, hoping, yeah, totally, because he's starting to panic a little bit. Like, oh my god, how the hell do we get out of here?
A lot of splashing water.
Does anything happen if I throw a coin in?
The coin in. No, just there's money in the water.
I pick it back up. But okay.
So I have a spell called Globe of Twilight that essentially mimics a night sky right over in an area.
Oh,
Do I think that would help?
There's a way to find out.
I guess I'll find out. I'll third level slot because that's what it is.
Put it up, and all of you standing in it vanish.
yes.
Okay, everybody in.
Alright, I get in.
After everybody else has gone in, I'll hop in
Okay.
because it is a concentration. Not sure if it'll stay up if I can't see it. So
That is a nice trick you got there, Layla. That is a superior trick.
Thank
Sorry,
God
what?
for magic.
Excellent trick.
That was cool.
thank you.
Now, and with that, you kind of find yourself standing right outside the fountain, in the center of the carved crescent moon area of the large buildings of shadow and illusion.
Have any of those mirrors changed? The ones that were looking on the side?
You look within mirrors, and you see all of them. You don't see them, but you do. I think Brynja would notice there's broken mirrors now on the ground.
But they weren't broken on the way in, right?
Mm-mm.
Right.
I'll point that out to the rest of the group.
Oh yeah. Wonder what.
It could be the powder that sustained them is no longer available.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did we do that?
Probably. Well, I think it was with Hug, good riddance.
Does it mean we cannot return? The mirrors are required?
No, we just need to come under another moonlit day.
Maybe bring our own mirrors.
We'd have to.
Shall we proceed? Is there more to this place, or
I don't
Tell
know.
me
What does this
which
place look
one it
like?
is.
I don't.
Well, you're in Sionis.
Mm-hmm.
And so this right now, this is an open space where is this fountain, and around are about like 30 different ways to get into alleyways, because it's like circle of kind of you're in a circle of buildings basically.
Is this the same one to get to Long and Tooth? Or
No.
Long and Wisdom? No. Okay.
No, this is like the Moonweaver's back alleys. This is
Yeah.
it's all made for losing people. This is comfortable for me.
you should feel quite at home?
Yeah, we could probably find our way back out if we want to go and find. We can report in what we found about this murder.
I think that would be advisable, especially because we are carrying the literal heads of that thing itself, so we have good evidence. Azariah, would you mind if we use your new toys to show off to the watch or the guard that we actually killed the thing? I don't think that.
I just need pieces of the brain, which I already have tucked away. You can keep the heads if you want.
Mary is here, and she goes, "Oh my gosh, y'all are a mess."
It's not as bad as it actually. It is as bad as it looks. Yes. Just
Well,
quick sanity check. Is anybody more damaged than me? I'm like a fifth, fourth.
I am.
All right. How bad?
Yeah,
Pretty close to death.
I'm pretty. What am I at? Hold on. I am at 9 hit points.
Cool. Just because she has this weird thing about her. Here's 18 healing.
Okay.
Let me rub that thing off your face. There's a little blood right over your eye.
That
Now you're a little bit more
feels a
presentable,
lot
but
better.
you still smell terrible.
Thank you.
Azariah looks so invigorated. He looks like he just had so many cups of coffee. He looks so happy. He looks like he just had biscuits and gravy for breakfast.
Ugh, killing me. Anybody else that rough or no? Sounds like a no.
No, I don't think so. Oh, here.
I would normally waste it, but I feel like we're in a relatively safer place now. Shall we back and go show the constable or whoever it is you show brains and head to that we have brains and head to share?
Yes.
story?
Yes, we'll go to the High Arbiter, Caradon.
And remind me of the character. This guy was already suspect, right?
No one really suspected them, I don't think.
No, the High Arbiter. It wasn't. It was the High
What?
Magister's
There we go.
daughter that died.
Oh, yeah, High Magister. You're right. Who
I-
is that?
I believe it
guy?
was the High Magister was the title, but it was his daughter that died.
It was the
The
High
missionary.
Missionary.
High Missionary. I knew it
Missionary.
started with an M.
Right.
Yeah,
You-
it was
you've got the-
missionary. Then we had the Inquisitor, who was the other guy, but
Yeah. What the hell was his name?
who?
The High Missionary.
Well, he didn't give us his real name. He gave us kind of a name.
Oh, okay.
As I recall, he's on one of the two sides of the old gods versus new gods conflict, right?
Yeah, he's on the Vasselheim side.
Okay.
Oh, it was the Grand Missionary, is what he called himself. Herbert is the name he
Okay.
gave.
Herbert.
It's one of the leaders of Vasselheim, guys.
Herbert is
Wow.
hilarious. Sorry, I just his name.
Chris, you get your
His
butt
real
over
name.
here.
I don't know, but when I was dancing with him, that's the name he gave me, and it didn't sound like he was being honest, but who knows?
Well, I'm not opposed to going tonight if you all want to go.
And I think we look more credible covered in blood.
Well, I'd have established a relationship with him, so it would make sense for us to bring this to him because I did tell him that if we found anything out, we would share it.
And maybe he's got a reward. Somebody's got to have a reward. This has got to be valuable information. Come on.
Did you
I pat my pouch. I'm just like, I got all the reward I need.
The reward is in doing good works. We can feel happy.
Maybe.
Mm. Happiness does not pay for beer.
It pays for Nala's beer.
That's true. I think
Just
Nala's
saying.
got other assets that are paying for her beer.
Oh yeah, I've got to deal with the bar.
that was funny, guys. I like that.
All right, let's go report in. So yeah, I guess we'll find our way to the Grand Missionary.
All
Head
right.
back to the Vasselheim section of town.
Yeah. Walking through these corridors, and this is within that area, but you're come out of the crescents and head now among the streets getting some blood various places, but definitely given more of a wide berth. It's not too far before you make it to the All Gods Temple here. And stating your business, you are led around to the back, where it appears that there are essentially where one might meet to wash up a little bit, are like troughs of water, also kind of for horses, as the person attending you, it's a very young boy, is like, I'll take you to see him immediately. I asked him he would, yes, he just asked that you make it so you don't get the blood in the temple.
Why would blood in the temple be a bad thing? That's traditional ritual. We normally sacrifice things in the temple.
I would just look at the guy like, God damn it, this uncultured being.
Yeah, this poor guy's like, yeah, sure, yes, no, we do not do blood sacrifices in this temple.
Okay, so it's a different set of rules. That's fine. That's fine. We can do that if you really
Yes,
need to.
exactly.
Brenia strips naked right there in front of him.
Total red face. Oh my.
If you really need us to wash, we can
Whoa.
wash. Fine.
Okay.
What? What? It is skin. Everybody has it.
Yes.
I start casting prestidigitation on myself to just, wipe some stuff away, wash it. Like,
yeah. Can you do something about some of this blood and this gore, Azariah?
yeah, I'll do it as well to Garrus.
Thank you.
Brenia is splashing around in the bath, by the way, to make enough noise to be obviously cleaning herself. Just be lucky I'm not licking myself clean.
Oh, and I use prestidigitation to soil your hair.
No, this again. Really? What are we? 13 again? Come on. It took you a long time to grow into that voice.
Amazing.
And Brittany will attempt to clean a little bit of her clothes, but not too much, and then back into it. She obviously has no fucks to give about compunctions around nudity.
Right. So if everyone takes the opportunity to wash up after kind of waits for someone to tap him on his back. He goes, yes, of course. Good. And eventually leads you back into the temple, where in a backside room to an office, you see a somewhat confused man until he sees Nala come in. Oh my. My beauty of dancing. Have you found anything? Is that what I assume this is all about?
Herbert, good to see you. Yes, actually, that's exactly why we're here. Could we speak in I kind of look around. Is this a private area?
It's a private office, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, we have some things to show you and tell you. I kind of just say we believe we did find your daughter's murderer. And like you suspected, it was not who the authorities believe it to be.
I put up my hand holding the both heads by the gruffs of hair and the actual hair that I can. And then with my other hand, I'm trying to keep up the prestidigitation so the blood doesn't drip in the temple. And I'm trying to concentrate, just making sure that I don't anger anyone to desecrate this temple.
Yes. That is Nereth.
They admitted to their crimes.
Because I don't understand. What is the head of this creature that you've brought as well?
Well, now it seemed to be using its body almost like a husk.
They attacked us.
They were manipulating spiritual relics to grant themselves godlike powers.
And defiling a shrine as well.
I look at Brenya like, shut up.
They also admitted to killing the girl.
Your daughter.
Yeah.
So,
Of course. Kind of pause for a moment and go ahead and give me a persuasion check with advantage, please.
Kidoki?
where's guidance when you need it, you know?
Happy to guide. No problem.
It's 23.
Plus D4.
Oh, plus D4.
Not that you can probably need it.
Okay, that's a 27.
Ooh.
See.
Dunk on him.
He sets. Thank you. And he moves and he gets a basket, so because he's going to take the heads here.
Has there been any word on the paladins?
No, but there wouldn't be. They would simply come.
Do you think this news will keep them away?
As long as they weren't already on their way. This should be enough to show this wolf creature. So at least take some of the steam out of what is happening. Though we've still discovered these, whatever they are, that seem to come into the town.
As I hand over the heads, the only thing they notice is, maybe a slight opening in the skull so I could get some bits. And then I hand over some the ruined rune skins. They were also creating these from people. Mostly the ones that didn't seem like people.
They were creating this. I see. That is concerning. So they were collecting people for this.
Yeah, they were pretty sick. They offered us a deal, but we thought that maybe you'd, I don't know, create a statue for us, and I just chuckle. Not serious at all, and he doesn't know why he said that.
Well, if nothing else, perhaps Serenthai will have some rest that her executor has been put to death.
Indeed. That's kind of cries for a little bit. This should be able to open the city up. As far as what comes next, I don't know, but thank you. You said you discovered a place where this was taking place.
Yes, that is correct.
Detect thoughts. Does he believe what he's saying, or is he not letting on?
On his service, he's trying to understand everything right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think. he is definitely worried about that things may have gone so far that there's something's in motion that can't be stopped now, and he's very worried about that.
Awesome.
And this next bit seems very true. He'll say, whatever this space is, I am very comfortable with you all retaining its location. I can put it into your charge.
That would be very generous.
Looks at you. I don't know what is to come. I really don't. And I find myself these days having a harder time concentrating. So, I think at best there be some places here that even we don't know about in case worse things occur.
If we ever happen to make our way to Vasselheim, would it be appropriate to look you up?
If I am there, I'll be here, hopefully, longer. But yes, that would be fine. I don't plan on leaving. But things do change. Should you take this, would be good. And of course, and he'll get out, and he has a chest here. It looks about 1,500 gold.
Thank you.
This is my thanks. Unless we could arrange goods instead, but it's up to you.
I'll look at the others.
I will attempt to keep Garrus from swimming in it.
Garrus is just staring at the chest, hands behind his back. Very
I
good.
think we're fine with this for now, if everyone agrees.
Looks fine to me.
More rocks.
Very well. And I think we will take your offer.
You okay? Long day.
Very good.
No shit. I cried.
He nods, and that seems acceptable to him. Because
I was always like.
I would stay here for the best you can for a little while. It will take a little bit of time to make things move correctly. And
Well, definitely stop by the tavern because I still have to work off another night or two.
of course, we'll see. But and he gets a little awkward. He goes, "You have my thanks. This one I know now. Did you find out anything on why? Why was she killed?"
Above table, I have no idea.
She was killed because she was investigating and she got too close to the truth.
Yes, that's what I got.
Right. I was here for that part. I didn't know if we found out anything about any other details.
Yeah, she was investigating the use of the rune skins, and it looks like Nerith was making a lot of the rune skins.
Nerith was making them. Okay. So that's the...
Well, that's it's my understanding that they have to be made within a short time
24 hours.
Yeah. So it looked like when we stumbled across them, it looked like they had been working on several. And they had 4 or 5 there. That's quite
4.
Yeah, that's quite the accumulation of dangerous illegal artifacts that require someone's death.
So we'll pass that along to the Grand Missionary.
And Detect Thought's still up. Any reaction? Any surprise? Anything with the mention of Nerith again? Like any emotional response?
I think with Detect Thoughts.
It's just surface thoughts.
Yeah, so Surface Thoughts, he has suspicion that Nerith was just more of a pawn or someone who was told to do something. That this is bigger. And kind of is putting together the position of Nerith, like why would she target? Like it doesn't make sense to him. This has to be bigger. That's what he's thinking.
Which would kind of clash with our understanding of Nerith. Well,
It might not be the best, but if you have any clerics that could speak to her, maybe have the power, possibly they could figure out, or I could possibly do something about it, but I wouldn't tell you the details.
Well, I need this as evidence, but kind of thinks if you have any more information on this, I would be glad to accept it. Should you find out anything else,
Of course.
as well as anything that kind of goes, listen. I'm here doing this, and I know all of you are from the clans. And I don't know if you agree or not with... I'm sure you don't. What we're trying to do here. But please understand that I don't wish there to be any harm. And anything where people are using what we do to abuse or hurt the people of this land is something I would do my best to thwart.
does he believe that?
He does.
Cool. But I would simply say that the Nerith of the Duskmask we encountered was remarkably powerful. If you think this is over, it may not be, but at the same time, I think there is a strength, a power behind this creature that was unexpected and unknown until we encountered it.
Well, 10? I'm like, I have.
I see.
Okay.
Well, if I can find any that are find anything before things get worse, then that would be good. But just...
Of course. I think we can discuss this, especially your concerns.
We'll keep an eye out and keep you updated if we find anything else.
Of course. And he nods. He goes, thank you.
Alright, I hate to be uncouth, but the real question, how are we dividing this up?
Not here.
Okay, well, we gotta carry it somehow.
Ugh. That is not as difficult as you might think.
I have no problem carrying it.
I don't think you could carry it, actually, but if I am...
We can take it back to the inn or with our rooms because we need to sit down and discuss something.
Alright.
You are honorable man, Herbert. We take our leave of you. Thank you very much for your assistance.
And he nods. He goes, of course. And I hope things go well.
That's the way.
And with that, you are free to get back to in here.
Yeah, Nala will help carry that.
Yeah, how much does the 1500 GP chest actually weigh?
Probably around 50 pounds.
50 pounds?
Oh, it's easy.
Well, then I suppose I don't need to be a draft horse today.
No. Especially getting it upstairs.
I mean, you recall what I look like as unicorn, so it would be a little bit of attracting attention, perhaps in the wrong ways.
I mean,
Or I could do circus bear. That is always
I can carry it, Brynja. I'm
No,
very strong.
the jokes are lost on you all. Passive percept 24. Are we being followed as we leave?
I would say I do need a check on that.
You got it. Would love to. Straight up percept. That's a 27.
Okay. You you do see that there is a looks like gentleman following you at a distance fairly well. As you look back, they kind of stop, and is only through like you kind of looking through the reflection of windows that you can really understand his intent.
In his head, Garrus will hear, just so you know, there's a couple of gentlemen trickling behind us, and they're being really good at being really inconspicuous. You might want to peel off and maybe take a peek, because if I notice them, we're definitely not alone. Peter, you're on mute if you're talking. If not, we can wait.
On Zillow at like some of the
Do we want to try and avoid this, or do we want to try and confront this? That's the question.
I don't think we're stealthy enough to evade them. I think it's more a question of who they are, maybe. We can certainly do the direct route back.
Yeah, we don't have to fight to kill. We can just intimidate and see what they're up to and
I
embarrass
just
them.
want to know who. That's all.
Right. It's not including like all of our information, not any like first time home buyers.
Yeah, can we see who's following us?
I mean, I saw that there's a man following you.
Well, why don't we let them follow us? Who the hell cares? We're going back to the inn. Let's go back to the inn.
You're not interested in figuring? Oh, never mind. I will not presume to tell your trade.
Let's let them follow us, and if they want to follow us into the inn, then we'll see what's what.
All right, as you wish.
Yeah.
I'll be nice and loud and conspicuous. All right. So to the left at this intersection, and then the right to the tavern bar. What do you call this place?
Yeah. This is a nice inn.
Yes, inn. Yeah, that is the word. Yes. They call my place a hall. Anyways, now you said you still owed some favor or some, I forget, some work you need to do. How long does that last?
I think I agreed to play for 2 or 3 nights, but I can talk to Farron and them about that. But actually, I wanted to talk about something else first.
Yeah,
with us, all of us. It just seems that. Oh wait, are we inside yet?
Yeah, you get inside.
Okay.
As we're entering the inn, I'll look back and see, are we still being followed?
Give me yeah. Well, you saw them before. They've stopped and they kind of just clocking that you guys are going into the inn.
Okay.
And they seem to be probably about 50 feet back, just not coming in, but just letting that all go.
Cool.
Is there a side door to the inn?
I hear it is like basically just the one entrance.
Okay. All right. Then yeah, we'll go into the inn, and I guess we'll go up to our room so that we can talk, because Nala wants to talk.
Okay. Herbert didn't seem convinced, and that makes me curious because I need to ask some questions. Have we investigated the armor?
Armor.
Yes,
Armorer.
there was
Oh,
the
yes.
ledger that Garrus saw.
The armorer was the armorer's son. I guess it was the son. Was dating Herbert's daughter, or
Yeah,
was
his apprentice. His apprentice.
was hopelessly in love with her.
I thought this was a female armorer we met at the inn.
Yeah, I think it was they weren't there, but I think it was the female armorer.
But
Okay, so we have gone. Okay, so and that's where we got the lead about the
Nerith.
son.
That's
Okay.
where we got the we got some confirmation.
It was the
Nerith
apprentice
involved.
of an armorer that you were talking.
Okay, so Nerith was the apprentice.
No.
No. Who was
There
the
is the person.
We
we just
went
turned-
in there, and while Azariah was talking with them, I snuck behind the counter and liberated their ledger and
Mhm.
browsed through it and found Nerith's name was among the highest priced items in there, and they also found that several other of the council members had work done from this armor.
Did they have the boots made?
It looked like Nerith did.
Nerith. Okay, good. Second question: have we investigated Highland?
Don't believe so.
Okay. Have we
Highland.
investigated? Yes. What about the body?
Yes,
We did go to the body. Okay.
Not her body. We
Not
haven't
her
seen
body.
her body.
Oh, I mean
we
her
haven't
body.
seen. We went to the scene of the crime, and we followed the trail at the scene of the crime.
Oh yes, I
Yeah.
remember. But
That's what I kind of left open to him. Like I had suggesting just now to him that we could if he knows someone that could talk to her, right? Like in the afterlife and clerics, he could do that, or maybe we could offer our services to do that for him.
wait, do services for who?
The grand
Missionary. Okay, so we haven't. All right, so we haven't seen Serenthai's body, correct?
Correct.
All right, and we haven't talked to Highland, correct?
I don't think so. What was
Okay.
who was Highland again? Can you remember?
Highland, early on when we got to the city in Sionis, he was the one who let us in, and he dropped a
Right,
few pieces
right,
of
right,
information
right.
that later seemed kind of interesting because he kept talking about collecting claws and teeth. And then we
Right, yeah, I
found
remember
Long and Wisdom, who mentioned they were missing their claws and teeth. And so I don't know if we've connected that dot yet. So as far as Long and Wisdom, have we been back to them since then?
No, we haven't told them that we found the wolf or who was posing to the wolf yet because we just had killed her.
All right. And finally, what about the Inquisitor? Have we spoken to them since last I was here?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So those
I
are
don't.
three.
You have to.
things.
Yeah, I've been here the last 2 sessions, but I don't remember what before that.
All right. So there are 3 things we haven't actually followed up on yet. And I'm wondering if one of these has a piece of the puzzle that might connect Nerith to working for someone or being the stooge of someone.
That's a good question. I think if we can find a way to see the body and ask her questions, that would be ideal.
It would. Even just seeing the wounds, and the way it was described was her stomach and throat were cut out, and
Yeah, it sounded like she was eviscerated, basically, and the trail that we found, I mean, seemed to confirm that it was some sort of beast man, like we thought. It seemed like it was Nerith.
That
Yes,
is shortcut in this case.
I think it was. I fully believe that Nerith is probably the one who did the actual deed. But if Herbert isn't convinced that they're the ones who planned it, that makes me curious because who went out of their way to to plan this? I mean, is it really Nerith on their own? And if so, to what end? Maybe they were working for someone, or maybe they were the apprentice of some other runeskin carver.
Nala, you've seen this trick before. Azariah can just ask.
Oh, right. I haven't seen you in a while, Azariah. So, yes. But yes, I just think maybe Highland, the Inquisitor. Well, those really the only two that comes to mind. But
Azariah, you mentioned you could ask a question.
Yes, to the Nerith, right?
Yeah, I can ask one important thing, basically, like and learn an important event or something that happened, or
Well,
wouldn't
who are you working for? Wouldn't that be the obvious question?
Who do you work?
It is a question, but that's also that's also a question we could learn from.
Okay.
Possibly, like Speak with Dead. Like this is something too that we could learn their greatest secret, or something maybe they wouldn't want to divulge in that sense. But I also think when they, at least when we talk to them, right, they're at least reasoning to us for doing what they were doing was to gather these, and that's why I want to know how they did this, is because they were gathering this power, and they wanted to find more spots like this, these little incursions in temples where they could siphon power for themselves and embolden. They not only do they offer us knowing that, but they wanted to give our legacy the power to do that as well.
Yeah, and was Nerith working for Long and Wisdom at one point? Is that one of her flock?
No, they weren't like a wolf person. They were a person who worshiped the Raven Queen and Selene, and they basically obviously strayed from that. And we
wanted
learned
to take the power that she couldn't have on her own.
Right.
Oh.
Right. And then she we knew her from, and basically at your contact, you asked your contact and kind of figured out that she was deep into the underground, kind of criminal organizations.
Wait a minute, what's the name of the lady who was the priestess that helped us get Mary into safety?
I don't know, I wasn't there that day.
Do you remember, Garrus?
No, I'm horrible with names.
Didn't she work for the
she didn't work for her. She wasn't a priestess. She just was somebody who was there.
But she worshipped her, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
She was just I think she was just a passerby. I think she was just some lucky, fortunate person.
Yeah. She didn't have to get married. She was just telling you. She led you to the fountain.
Okay. All right. So above table, she wasn't someone who knew Mary, from what we gathered.
No.
I don't think you guys talked to her about Mary.
I don't remember. I just remember her helping us, kind of, and she brought you to the fountain. Mm-hmm.
It was more just kind of telling you what was around here.
But that's the only person that we've met so far that worshipped. Sorry, I keep wanting to say one deity's name, and it keeps popping in my head.
Lune.
Yeah, she was around. Yeah, she seemed to be doing things there.
Wait. When we were following the trail, that's where they left, right? They left the temple, right? The temple of the Moonweaver at one point? No? Okay. I'm remembering that wrong.
It started in the alley of the Changebringer.
Mm-hmm.
And then, or the Changing Alley. And then they went across the rooftops. I think the last rooftop you left off was one of the temples through the areas to the Moonweaver.
That's what I meant, because that's where the clothes or the something that they had hidden were there, right?
It seems like that's where the trail ended. That's where they were going back to, and that person reported seeing them go into the pool.
Right.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah, and it was those curves that was hard to figure out exactly how they went, because they're made to confuse and make you forget.
Okay. So that might be nothing then.
Because it's a well thought out escape plan, going across the roof and then through the through the curves of the Moonweaver's alleyways. Those are made for avoiding people. So
We've already connected Nerith to the Moonweaver anyway, so it's
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
The other thing you did is you also connected her to the Raven Queen.
The Raven Queen. Okay.
Well, she was of both. And we spoke to a priest of the Raven Queen, or priestess of the Raven Queen, I believe. Yeah. But
Okay.
all right. Did we like I said earlier, I hate to be crass, but do we want to divide this gold up? Because I could do for some supplies. I could use
7
for
of us. So that's what.
It'd be like almost 215, but I don't know. Layla usually doesn't want hers, which would make it 250. Layla has a thing of not wanting gold.
Layla does not appreciate the desire the physical things in quite the same way as we.
I'm not going to turn down 250 if Layla is not inclined to take the gold. I need some. I could use some studded leather armor, and I was thinking about picking up a hand crossbow. But yeah, and now that we're back in our room, I'm gonna spend a good hour messing with this dagger and seeing what this dagger does. So we'll take a short rest. And
I mean, if you want me to tell you if it's magical, that is a straightforward process of 10 minutes. What it does, I can't tell you exactly.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it is magical. If you want to confirm, that would be nice. But I'm pretty wounded anyways, and I could use a little bit of a rest to recuperate some. If we're not gonna, I mean, what time is it? It's probably quite late.
Yeah, because you were doing this at night, so you probably met them just in the early morning, so the sun isn't quite risen yet.
We can get ready for a long rest.
It's not a terrible idea. But before I forget, I maybe sort of was eavesdropping on the Grand Missionary's mind a little bit, and I'm surprised to say he actually is a beneficent, honest sort of a person and meant most of what he said. Well,
that's good to know.
And again, I'm a little paranoid around the religious types, perhaps because of my much older religion. But he seemed like a reasonable sort of ally.
If you don't mind religious zealots who persecute people that don't believe the same as they do.
Well, no, but that is the fundamental nature of religion, right? You have old gods, you have new gods, and you have original gods, and no one gives two shits about the spirit of the trees anymore besides me, so they're all strange and foreign and alien and invasive in my mind. But
It was a good dance.
And, I mean, that is a different scale. Some of us are good dancers, some of us are good singers, some of us know how to properly perform blood sacrifice. It's all different. Speaking
Before we
of
go,
can you read the brain tonight, or do you need tomorrow?
I could do it in the morning. I can do one brain. Well, I guess I could do multiple.
It's up to you.
Yes, actually, speaking of, I need that back, and I grab the
rune.
Yes, the rune back from you.
I was going to get it back to you. I just forgot.
Do you want to maybe do a friendly wager? I'll put up 20 of my gold to yours. We dimension door to a random spot of my choosing, 500, and the first one back here wins.
By running? By teleport? What is term?
By whatever means they have.
Let's see. I can probably do one more big eagle today. The problem is that I know you too well. I don't gamble with someone who always rigs the game.
Well, do we want to turn in for the night?
I think so. And maybe follow up on one of these leads tomorrow.
Yeah, we can get going midday.
I mean, I may go for a short fly to clear my head and just muck around. So if you don't see me tomorrow morning, look for dead pigeons.
Okay.
Wants to eat pigeons, but can't eat people, brain. I don't understand.
I mean, people are fine. They just taste funny. Clowns especially.
It's good that you didn't take that bet.
Yeah, no, I've played this game too many times.
I don't think I didn't use a 5th level spell, so yeah, I would have just mentioned Dord back here.
All right.
Garrus has probably picked up by now that Az and Brenya grew up mostly in the same village and have this like weird sort of brother sister but weird cousin sort of thing going on. So like
That's funny.
the in jokes are like very much them snipping at each other like twins.
I'm thoroughly amused. Yeah. Above table, DM, as part of the long rest, I'll spend some time with this dagger and see if I can identify whatever magical properties it has.
Absolutely. You are able to attune. And I put in loot what you have there.
Okay. Cool. Oh, cool. Can polymorph myself into a wolf.
Welcome to the pack.
Very neat. And did you say it was a +1?
I had done that in the kind of the moment for against this particular creature. It's not +1 normally.
Okay.
So it's all the like color coordinate.
So with that, you are able to spend the time here. And so here, really, as you're attempting to just get different things, we would have a week or two of downtime. As the major thing has been done, the people are kind of moving out. The workings of opening the town up are occurring.
Well, I got some shopping I want to do.
Very cool.
I want to see about getting some armor and getting a hand crossbow.
I don't need to do anything major, maybe copy spells, but I'll go with you, Garrus.
Yeah, would you like shopping buddies or no? Are you more of the solitary fighting?
I don't mind shopping with friends. More the merrier. It's nice having a little bit of gold to spend finally. Yeah. So look for an armorer first, probably.
Definitely know a few.
We do. I think it would be good to go back to that guy. I forgot. Well, I called him Squeaky, but
he got awfully sad when you called him Squeaky, man.
Well, I also paid him to make me something, and it's been a day, so I have to come back.
Yeah, let's go back there, see if he's got any studded leather armor or anything like that. That's what I'm looking for. So yeah, let's go back and visit Squeaky.
Okay. Very cool. So, yeah. So come back to him as he looks all of you and goes, "Oh, hello! I hear they found the murderer. Was that all of you?"
Oh yeah.
We did not murder. No.
News travels fast around here.
They've been talking of how there's people in here that were talking that they were going to begin opening the gates, and they had some orders to change because of it.
Interesting.
Yeah, you can learn things when you're a shop. How can I help you?
Well, I'm looking for some studded leather armor in halfling size. Got anything like that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can fit that. Let's see here. Kind of looks and kind of looks through the books. It goes, I think we do. We can kind of get you fitted out in that. That would work for you. That'd be 50 gold.
Gladly, and I'll fork over 50 gold.
Goes, and then he starts doing the measurements and tries to tighten it up around you. Get all nice. And then,
It's very good to see you again. We're glad to be able to help and bring your lovers to justice, the killer.
thank you. I'm glad. I mean, sorry, I have a lot of emotion around this.
It's okay to let it out, and I'll like go over the counter and like, well, they're probably on the other side, like fitting. I'll just like
Yeah.
tap them on the shoulder, and it's okay. You can feel too.
And I give a big hug and thank you.
I hug them back.
Then remind me, what were they making for you?
I wanted a. What did I want? I think it was. Oh, it was like a robe or something to put on. That like,
I think it was a breastplate.
was it. Oh, was it a breastplate? Yeah,
I think
was
I
it?
think you bought a breastplate because
Yeah.
you wanted to you wanted something decent that would not be giving you disadvantage on stealth.
Well, I had something that already had to like combat the disadvantage on self with the cloak. I think I wanted. I don't remember. I think it was like it was a +1 something. I don't remember if it was either like a robe or like the a breastplate or something. But I already had something to combat that. Okay.
Okay, 'cause the breastplate would have been 400 gold.
I think I gave him 3.
Yeah.
I mean, I have no problem. Maybe I can get the 3 now that I helped bring him to justice. You know, if I can roll a persuasion or just
Give her a persuasion check.
I'll do that. With the hug, we'll give him the hugger discount.
Nice.
Okay, 17.
Yeah. I'll give you that. It's okay. I'll just mark on the books. It was scuffed a little bit, right? Yeah, I gotcha.
You're a great man. We appreciate you, and we'll be back for sure.
All right, good. Anything else anybody needs?
Is it any? I think the only other person. Well, unless anybody else went, but I know Brynja was here. I don't know if Brynja needs anything.
I am pretty self-sufficient most of the time. Since I gave up one of my sworn spells, I don't really need money that much. I suppose you probably don't do much business in druid items.
I mean, depending on what you're looking for, we do mostly metal.
That's my problem, yes. I'm not terribly surprised. Don't worry about it.
Okay. All right. And then what else would we like to do? General here.
Just for curiosity's sake, is Garrus predatory in the way he shops? Do you look like he's trying to five-finger things or otherwise gain advantage, or does it seem like he's just
not when I'm shopping with friends?
right?
Not at all.
Just take full advantage of that passive perception, just seeing what's.
Oh, and I'm fully aware that you're doing so with my passive perception.
Do we have any sense anyone's following us at this point, or is it just like it's been a while, no one's really on our tail? We're just leaving that.
Yeah, you haven't felt that anyone's following you
Cool.
at this point.
Cool. Perfect.
Before we leave here, does this guy only sell armor, or does he sell weapons as well?
He has weapons here, yeah.
Can I get a hand crossbow?
Absolutely. That is fine. That would be get it here. So that would be 25 gold.
All right. Excellent.
Very good. All right. And then for these 2 weeks, I know as a Raya, you currently are doing your Bastion facilities over at the camp, right?
Yeah. I have the library there.
Yep. There any order you wanted to do?
The only thing there that I guess that I was like, I guess I was thinking if there was something we would want anybody to research. Is there something in particular that anyone can think of right now? Otherwise, I can head in a different direction.
Any previous knowledge about the union of either old gods or new gods or elementals, some kind of like crossing of religions would be very interesting. If you could research such a thing happening before, it would tell us what to expect moving forward.
There's supposed to be other sites. I wonder if we can find out any other times that, if there have been any other times of crossovers like this. Maybe we could find.
Yeah, the topic can be legend, a known event, or locations, or person of significant or type of creature. So I think we can definitely maybe look into the legend of it.
Or you can also check out the underwater sections of south of Tychosis.
What a who?
That
Where the
sounds
star
like
medal
name
is.
is.
Oh.
Repeat name again. I am not familiar.
Star medal?
Star metal.
It's a job that Herefin mentioned at Herefin's Forge. Right here in Sionis.
Yep.
You were here. Me and my friend went.
Which one?
Listen, names aren't coming to me, okay?
Star Hill. It was really two, yeah.
Yes.
But you had grabbed information on possibly going out there.
They mentioned they would share the findings if they gave us the location.
What was another thing? I mean, or did anyone have anything from a Bastion that they wanted? So I know we had mine, but I feel like that was Layla that I think had something.
Yeah, I'm thinking I must have made a Bastion area. I can't remember though. And I'm also assuming you have the sending spell.
Me? I mean, I didn't have it, but I thought Layla would get it, but they didn't really. So.
Okay. Yeah, because as long as you have the sending spell, you can send the order. Otherwise, they just do maintain.
Right.
If we have a week of downtime, I'm sure that we could have Layla send an order in that time.
Yeah, that's fine. So, yeah, you can decide on what you want to send there.
I know nothing about your Bastion facilities. Like, what kind of setup do you guys have?
I know nothing about it either.
Well, when I got back, I just created a library to teach some people to read and have books because that's what Nala likes.
That sounds pretty noble.
Well, I like books too, so I guess it's a little selfish. But I could tell people, some of the keepers there, to look up a topic, maybe a legend or a location. Maybe we can look into when these primordial beings and gods maybe worked as one, and some lore behind it.
Yep. You can decide on what you want to issue there. It's fine. Is there anything else people wanted to do in their 2 weeks here?
Well, yeah.
I got some brains to eat.
And then remember, you can actually start to get together some of the stuff depending for whoever's running the space of the bastion down below.
For lack of other things to occupy herself with, Brynja will start cleaning up the bastion down below and try to get it a little bit more organized, a little more like, less like a chaotic, destroyed temple, and more like a place we could actually habituate. And if things go completely upside, then we have a backup plan.
Okay. Sounds good. You're spending your time down there.
Yeah, if anyone doesn't have anything to do direct, I guess I have to ask two people questions. The being that was the wolf, and then Nerith, after I eat their brains.
Indeed. So you're asking for things people might want to know?
Yeah, because basically, like I can recall an important fact known to the creature from the history, recent events, building layouts, passwords, details.
I still think you should ask them who they're working for.
But what if they're not working for anyone?
Then do you get your question back?
That's also useful.
No, I don't get my question back.
It's still useful. If they're doing this entirely of their own volition, that's totally useful.
Exactly.
I think because I feel like that is also a question that we could have our cleric or someone else that could speak with dead. If we just talk to the Grand Missionary again, to have us speak, then do all three, speak with the daughter and speak with those heads. If we have someone maybe dress up as someone else and not be kill them.
I'm no magician or anything, but you think the heads are gonna want to talk to us after we killed them?
That's why you dress up as someone else.
I suppose. I mean, that's not a bad idea.
It makes All Hallows Eve quite entertaining.
I don't know what else we could ask them though. I don't know what other questions I would have for this Nerith.
I'm interested to know how they did the whole process.
Yeah, so you want the spell, the ritual, you want the power behind how they do what they do.
I just want to know it. It
So
doesn't make
down,
it
so other people don't discover it.
I'll go set it up. That's what I'll do.
What's the joy in just ripping the information from somebody's head? Isn't half the fun finding out in the information? Isn't discovery part of the joy there?
Well, yes.
Okay, so really, you might want that information, but you don't want it like that.
No, that's exactly how I wanted. That's what it offered up at all. But I mean, even still, we have a whole other brain to ask a question. The wolf head.
Nala's going to Highland.
Okay. What do you want to do?
When I get there,
Yeah, I mean, this is downtime. So you just tell me what you want.
I want to talk to him about his trade.
All right. You just see him as he had before. I don't know what you're trying to do.
Well, I know that Long and Wisdom had their claws and teeth removed, and I'm curious if he knows people in the business who would do that sort of thing. We also know that he was attacked from the back with spears. I'm trying to get leads to understand who attacked Long and Wisdom and why they took his claws and teeth. If it wasn't to frame, as it doesn't appear to be.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
14.
14. I'd say talking. He is, I think, in the process of getting more into the clan area, and there's, let's see here. Okay. Again, now that the kind of the gates are done, he's able to kind of get further in, and sets up in the clan area. As far as people who can like remove claws and teeth from creatures, he's one. He'll tell you like a few other workers. As far as like the idea of someone who would take something live, possibly, I think as you're trying to kind of ask that, he kind of, his basic answer is like that seems an immoral thing to do. So he doesn't really know anybody who would like take something from a live creature, because it would leave it defenseless.
Okay. Does he know what type of tools would be used on something like that? Or just standard weapons?
I'd say generally, I mean, there's specialist tools. I mean, there's like hide tools that one might use.
Okay. Does anyone around here sell those?
I think as far as like that, they would just be around, like spending your time. You could like sort of find the right ones. It's more of like going from store to store and picking and making a set.
Okay. All right. Then yeah, I mean, I'd ask people I know in town like Harrison and whatnot to just know if they've had weird orders placed for that sort of thing.
Okay, so trying to let that go. All right. Cool. So you're kind of out, kind of doing those types of things. Any other downtime stuff? If you wanted to kind of have a project or something getting going.
I do have a project I'd like to do, actually.
Okay.
I wanted to see about. This is weird, but because Nala doesn't have magic, but she wants to see about trying to find some way to reach the Blue Wolf, whether she's having to work with Long and Wisdom to do it or someone else. But she's kind of adamant about, keeping them up to date on what's happened.
I mean, I would say the only thing you'd come to really would just be like what you have at your resources now would just be something like the sending spell.
Okay.
Just because, like at this point, you haven't made that peace with Dragarvaga necessarily.
Would I be able to use like the mark to do anything? Like,
Not currently, no.
Okay.
Okay, so I think I'm kind of downplaying the questions I can ask. Because basically the syntax is like, until the spell ends, you can attempt to recall any important known fact to the creature, family history, recent events, building layouts, passwords, details of the creature's death, and similar information. To recall a piece of information, you must make an ability check using your spellcasting modifier. The DC is equal to the corpse intelligence score. Once the caster rolls to determine whether they recall a fact, they cannot attempt to recall it again. So that same fact or something about that, I can't attempt to recall again, but it's up for an hour. So until the spell ends, I think I can answer those questions from what it says as spell is written.
Okay.
So I guess we can ask multiple questions. So because that makes sense to me. And I don't read again because I'm like,
Yeah, I think because
third level Speak with Dead can do 5 questions. Why can't this 4th level spell do more? So that's kind of the thing, I guess, about it is I get the knowledge from it directly from its brain by eating that stuff and recalling that. So,
yeah, I think the way we did before was just because it was like, what's everything this 10,000-year-old dragon knows?
Right.
And so that's where it's like, yeah, it just has to be directed in a sense of like, well, what do you mean? What do you want to know? Because it can't necessarily be like, here's hours of stuff.
Right, exactly.
Novel on the
exactly.
Thing. So we do the
I'm not gonna
just sort of go, cool. Here's the things you need to know.
For sure. Yeah. So I think we definitely want to know how it was able to suck the power from it, right? Who it works for, how what transformation it took before and how that transformation happened. And do they have any allies or servants currently aiding their plans and or protecting any other sites? And what is their ultimate goal involved, and who else knows of their plans? I also want to know who hurt them. Like, what happened in their past that they needed power from fucking ancient entities?
Who hurt you?
Those are my questions.
Okay. So, in that case... okay, so you're eating the brains here. And is this kind of gathered everybody around so that you could, use them to help out? Or
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone wants to see this. Garrus has never seen this before, so he's interested.
You're in for the treat.
This is intriguing, if not a little stomach turning.
Yeah, the spell is called Consume Mind.
Guys, you might want to prepare yourself a little bit for this experience. I can turn into strange animals and make them purple, but what Azariah can do puts that to shame.
I don't get frightened very easily, and I got a pretty strong stomach.
We will find out.
Okay. So, being the brain, and this is of the human of Lair.
Yeah.
Okay, specifically. Okay. So, what is your first one that you're trying to figure out?
The first one is: do they have any allies or servants currently aiding your plans or protecting other sacred sites?
Okay. This is any servants, you said?
Yeah, any allies or servants currently aiding their plans or protecting other
All right.
sacred
So what
sites.
you are able to learn is they do not know names, but that they've seen 5 others doing other types of work, receiving missions.
Okay. Okay. Now, I asked them, what form did they take before coming this creature, and how did that transformation happen?
So before they were just a woman, and you can see the slow process of discovering this place. And I would say you get a lot of this in flashes just because it would take you kind of more than an hour to fully know. But it's going in, and it was already under intense corruption. And they began doing and figuring out rituals to corrupt from both the Moonweaver and from the Raven Queen to begin to bend this place to their will and start to drain out what little spiritual energy was left.
Right.
And they were given a body of these red humanoid wolves.
Hmm.
And by doing that is when they made the first hide, and they began experimenting, inscribing the hide on themselves. And you see them just some very vicious interrogation on some clans people who followed Draugr and use them to begin to understand how to access and slowly seep that energy. And it was really the combination of the corrupted Moonweaver, the Glacier, Ishafal, and Draugr that they began putting this form into themselves. And slowly was able to. And one night, you can pick up them during the ritual, actually chanting Saray's name, as if they specifically were changing themselves to this creature to go murder the daughter.
Oh wow. Okay. All right, then I will want to know. Probably won't be my last question, but what happened in the past to make you seek power from ancient entities? Who hurt you?
Who hurt you? So what you learn here is that they at first served the Raven Queen
Right.
temple and were caught experimenting and raising the dead
Oh.
and were
Bad boy.
thrown out due to their connections. Like they're actually like a noblest lineage. They were just kind of said the queen decided they don't want her, so she was able to go into the Moonweaver.
Mm.
And there is when she started discovering like these secrets of transformation and different things, and using the manipulation of bodies and then this idea of trickery. She was able to mostly remain undetected as you learn Moonweaver. They don't really try to figure out each other's secrets. They assume everyone has secrets.
Right.
So she found the purpose thing to understand and learn while kind of being undercover, and was able to come here by pulling strings and really having a lot of free reign to not attend, so they didn't really keep track of her.
Okay. So I think I pretty much know how they did it, how they were siphoned the power, why. I will also maybe before I open it up to the class, ask them what was their next lead on other sites like this, because they had mentioned that was possible.
Yes. So quickly get this up here. Let's pull up. All right. Do-do-do-do. Okay. So the next one that they were interested in specifically here is they believed that somewhere around Gero Daon
Go down.
in the Athelden forest.
Cool. And they see me kind of like recall all this information, like citing it as if I'm reading it from a book. I asked them, like, as my last like 15 minutes or 20 minutes or whatever, if there's anything they want to ask, and no.
Those 5 that you mentioned, were they humanoid?
I know you don't know their names, but do you know if they were humanoid? And I ask if it peer into that knowledge.
As far as this person would know, they just saw like kind of their figures and stuff.
So they can be presenting humanoid, but not necessarily
Right.
be humanoid.
Having spent some time in the Athelden Forest, this Garrow Down area, is that familiar to me or no?
You'd be familiar with it. It's a largely elven and a high population of elven and tieflings, actually. Basically follows the local clan structure for the most part, though a little different.
So would it be easy traveling territory for us or no?
It'd be quite the journey through a lot of like hard land, but
Okay.
not like mountains.
All right. So much more of a trek than just, hey, I'm going to pop over for the afternoon.
Yes.
Cool.
There we go. Sorry, getting a migraine over here. I had to turn that light off.
Good enough for now.
Yeah, so roughly like, yeah, probably like 12 weeks of travel.
That's a long trip. A lot can happen in 12 weeks.
We also don't have to go just because she was curious about it. Like, there may be a source of power there that we don't give a shit about.
Very true.
Yeah, maybe something we do on the way to something else, you know.
On the way to the ends of the earth? What?
And as a reminder, though, remember in these worlds, like things move somewhat slowly.
Well, I'm like, well,
because when people travel, like because just traveling takes forever.
right.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to move up north to see my brother since he's headed up there. Remember?
But we're not relocating the whole village for that. As a trip, it makes sense. As a migration, it makes no sense.
I'm not saying to move the whole village. That is absurd.
You just want to make sure you're grounded in reality, as because sometimes you have these flights of fancy. But to the dead, any other pertinent questions?
I can't think of anything that we haven't asked already.
Can you ask them if they know or they knew the apprentice?
Did you know of the apprentice Squeaky? One that she had Zorth had a relationship with.
So you investigate that, and you can. You recall them actually casting magic to charm them and get all the details of the daughter of this girl.
Dang. He probably didn't even know it happened. That's so messed up.
Yeah, there's
So
different
sad.
potions that one is like made memory issues, and definitely did it where this person wouldn't have known what was happening.
Oh, so
There's
sad.
even one you recall of them like bringing in, like, oh, I just had this extra bakery and tea. Here, have some. Basically, and manipulating the
Right.
poor boy as they like would go to pick up different orders.
Not my man Squeaky.
Mhm.
So messed up. So bogus.
Actually, more questions.
More
well, if
questions?
it-
Now I'm really. My mind is kind of going all over the place.
well,
All right, we'll see.
have one
Two
more.
more.
Oh yeah, two more because we have a whole nother being to ask questions. So
You do. But I would say on
Okay.
this one, there's two more up for this head.
two more. Okay. Anything anybody wants real quick?
Well, we
Favorite
asked who
color?
they were working for. We asked how they got the power. I mean, I can't think of anything else.
I got something. Are there specific spells, weapons, or
You
artifacts?
did not
that could-
ask who they were working for.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
I did ask, allies, but I didn't say. So I'll ask who they're working for exactly.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm not trying to trick you. I just was
No, for sure.
doing my own thing. Okay, cool. What you're able to find here, so what you're able to recall is them meeting in a through their eyes you see them going to the All Gods temple and putting a blindfold over their own eyes, having it removed without them walking, and that they were in a dark room, and this is where they know these other figures are. And the one who gave them orders stood draped in finery and masked of a fiery phoenix type that you would recognize, and this person knew bore the symbolism of Saren Ray.
Right. Look at my notes. Is that?
And she thinks that this was Jorah Fatide, though she doesn't know.
Got you. Jorah Fatide, the High Flame Keeper. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
Oh, you got these other notes. Very good. So you got like all the low-down notes of all the people in this town.
I had to. Yeah. All right. Possibly. All right. Well, if no one has any other questions, I have one more question possibly that could be useful for the future.
Go ahead.
Are there any specific spells, weapons, or artifacts that could help us counter powers like yours or transformations of magic?
I would say there's not specific things that she seems to know about, but
Okay.
you'd get confirmation that the goal, at least her goal when it was like what she was attempting to do, was to ultimately physically embody. But as a precursor to that, that power has to be siphoned through different objects or some type of thing, like you witnessed down in the temple.
Okay.
And her assumption is she would have had to do something like that until she's able to fully absorb the power.
Right.
So that would be like things to look at. Yeah, I would say that's probably, she didn't do a lot of research or any into like how would I stop people.
Right, but yeah, I kind of saw like her progress as transforming this and learned how kind of that worked. Gotcha. All right. Well, I guess I have this other being. I think I have a few questions to just spitfire through, unless we want to save that for next time.
I would say shoot for it.
Go for it.
So I eat the brain of this next creature. I would ask it if it knew Nerith, the being that took it over, and what was its purpose or role before Nerith took control.
Interesting. Okay, so for this here, this is very difficult as far as your brain trying to understand it, as this seem. I'll just say what you are able to understand this is as the aggressive pieces of several lives that she took.
Oh my god.
Including what seems to be the worst parts and the most evil of Draugr.
Oh my gosh.
So what you feel like you encountered was like the idea of the noble animal.
Gotcha.
And she was able to siphon off all the ferocity and viciousness. And mix that with these red humanoid type wolves, in addition to various of their, what she considers their belly buttonless children.
Interesting.
So she views them as their kids.
Right. I mean, I kind of did too, I guess.
And there was this process where she siphoned off and created this thing out of pure ferociousness.
Oh, God.
Melded in with darkness and illusion and all these things. And her own self. And she was trying to fully, meld with this.
Well then. Does anyone have any questions? Because I don't know.
Oh, I can't communicate directly to it, right?
You'd have to ask me a question, and I'll try to glean insight into its knowledge, like what it knows.
Okay. Can we try to do something weird? I have this. I keep trying to turn this into something I know, but this face mark, man. I mean, can you put your hand on my face while it glows and try to communicate to Draugr?
Yeah, I guess I'll use the brain and knowledge of this ferocity side to maybe to gleam into the inside of this blue mark and where it comes from and how to tap into it.
Okay, so what are we trying to?
The reason I say this is because the blue wolf had told me that if I show this mark to Draugr, they would know that we were a friend or something to that effect, and that's why they gave it to me. And I know this is the worst parts of Draugr, but at the same time, it's what if this might, I don't know, tap in a little bit and maybe calm them a little bit to get some information from them? I don't know.
Okay. So as you kind of hold on to Azariah here, there is a burst of blue and black, essentially electrical bursts that move across your from the mark down your arm through Azariah, marking both of you. In this moment, you get the sense of terror, of being hunted. that wherever is left of Dragavarga seems to be hunted in every version. Something wants to destroy it or is trying to. And that's about all you can get from this very feral version of it. Unless you have something further you want to try to hit there.
There's like nothing I can think of right now. I feel like a lot of the stuff I want to know, they have told me, and this being like, I feel like I kind of almost understand what it is now. You know, with your description.
Anything for Nala?
I mean, she would try to see it, but I guess she can't. So that's about it. She doesn't have
Okay.
magic.
Yeah. Kind of. What were you trying to see?
What she was running from, what she's scared of, this thing that's hunting her.
Okay. So let's just do straight up wisdom check.
Oh boy. Wisdom. Oh, terrible skill. Yep, that's a 4.
Okay. Fortunately, you're not able to sense it. Just this run. And in that case, that is where we will end for tonight. We'll come back ready to get into what comes next for everybody. I want to
Woo.
thank you so much. We'll see you next week.